So you might wonder, Elrond, a project with a better blockchain than almost everyone, a project that can compete with the likes of Cardano, Polkadot, and is probably already better than most of these projects will ever be. So what keeps it down? Why isn't Elrond a top 10 project already? Why isn't it listed on Coinbase? There's a saying, good things come to those who wait. But how long should we wait? So let's explore why this is. Welcome to the channel Simon Says. In this episode, I'm going to look at the weaknesses of Elrond. As an Elrond holder, I hate doing this episode, but we have to be honest. We're going to look at why a powerful blockchain like Elrond isn't fully embraced yet. We know that big players in the financial market can just give you that much needed lift for your technology to be embraced. This brings me to Elrond's first weakness, Elrond's tokenomics and centralization. Elrond's token distribution is not ideal. Actually, it's far from it. See, I do understand that when you make a blockchain and your project is successful, that you need to get rewarded for this. We all do this. But when it comes to token distribution, the Elrond's knife seems to cut on both sides. They get rewarded initially and throughout the process. Now, this isn't very unique, as many blockchains face the same challenge of human greed. See, Elrond's token distribution is nothing like Bitcoin's distribution or Nano's. And since they do have a similar model as Bitcoin, it might be good to compare this. So, this is where you see the big difference between a project when it starts centralized versus a decentralized project. Bitcoin was created by some unknown Satoshi, perhaps as an experiment, but it was a free-for-all, get your coins first and get rich. This was the success of Bitcoin, the organic distribution of coins and the growth of the project. Unfortunately, this is more difficult when it comes to these centralized kind of projects with complicated technical aspects and dilemmas to solve. I once heard an interview of Charles Hoskinson of Cardano, who said they almost blew their funding when they worked on Ethereum. This is how dangerous it can get. Now we all know what happened to the fairy tale of Ethereum. There's just a lot of work that goes into them. And they need the money to keep the project going. Only sometimes it might look more like a company instead of a decentralized blockchain with ideals. My father used to say, if it looks like a dog, acts like a dog, and it barks like a dog, it's a dog. Elrond has faced much criticism for this reason, and it seems that Elrond is working on these weaknesses. But Elrond Ltd is a company, and companies are in it for their profit, and not yours. On the other side, we do get paid our wages, dividends, and with that, I mean our rewards, in the same currency. So this makes us trust each other. The token distribution, however, could be done better. More coins should flow to the community, so you get that much needed diversity. This diversity is called the Nakamoto coefficient. And the higher the number, the more decentralized. The more holders you have holding coins and fairly distributed, the better it is. And Elrond is top heavy. And that token release rollout isn't going to change this anytime soon. Now, as much as it is a weakness, you could also see it as a strength. You know, that when they screw things up, they will hurt their own wallets too. There's no ways you can dump that many coins in a short period of time without crushing the price and notifying the community. People call them whales in nice terminology, and greed if you like to highlight it from a negative side of it. See, tokenomics and token distribution play a big role in a blockchain. And this isn't always investor friendly. Most projects, developers, know that the level of investors are relatively low, and they kinda abuse this. Hype, FOMO, and bumping up coins. This goes with the song. Don't be fooled by the rocks that are gone. I'm still Elrond from the block. Used to have a little, now have a lot. I'm sorry about that. So, some projects hope that you will overlook these things, and most of us do. But it's not always easy to find out who these private investors are and how much coins do they actually own. Does this affect the price? The Binance and Ripple coin are killing it. So sorry skeptics, you lost out. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Elrond is like this, but there is a risky element to that. And its token distribution is too centralized, and it points to this direction. There's a community fund, an advisory fund, private sales, and we all know that Elrond was holding most of the nodes until April, and thus the rewards. This is too centralized, and for this reason, I think Elon Musk passed on the date when Benjamin Mensah, when he was asking him for a date on Twitter. In July 2021, there will be another 500,000 e-gold tokens added to the Elrond team. And this carries on every 6 months until the 4th of January 2023. On this date, they reward themselves with a handsome 760,000 coins. Elrond is transparent about that. One thing you know for sure is that they will work their butts off to make their assets grow. So you might say, okay Simon, where do you get this information from, and where and how bad is it? Well, it's bad. At first I was looking at Elrond's Nakamoto coefficient. This led me to a website called Blockchain Info. What first got my attention was that only 88% of the holders hold 10 million e-gold. This must be a mistake, I thought. This was even more centralized than I thought, and it made me doubt about my e-gold position. So I thought this cannot be. So I went onto the Elrond Block Explorer and calculated all the account holders, and I made it fair, so I put the amount in the middle. So here you can see this. There are about 180,000 non-zero e-gold holders. So that's averages of a 0.05 e-gold per account. This gives you 9,000 e-gold. Next up, there are about 103,000 with 0.1 e-gold accounts. This is an average of 0.5 e-gold per wallet. That gives you about 51,500 e-gold. And you get the picture. In total it comes to a sum of about 1.6 million e-gold distributed by 509,000 users. This is an average of 3 e-gold per person. Let's take now the 1.6 million tokens and minus it off the total coins in circulation, and you get about 16 million tokens, about 184 users. That's about 9,000 e-gold per account. This is exactly what Blockchain Info was showing me. Now, that's what I call inequality 2.0. Elrond aims to be more decentralized with DeFi 2.0, and I believe they should use some of their own coins or rewards to achieve that. Could this be the reason why they're not listed on Coinbase? Is it too much like a security? This could be the fork in the road, or the unexpected knockout if you don't watch out. We need big players, but big players do research. Can Elrond's team improve on these issues and draw in these big adopters? Of course they can, and they're clever enough to know that. But I just don't see them do this. I feel they just want to sell their coins slowly, or perhaps just a reward. Elrond needs builders on their blockchain. And what is land without builders or farmers? Elrond's blockchain is the land of milk and honey. Mass adoption is needed to stay relevant. Elrond knows this, and they try to stimulate people to build with grants. Are they going to succeed? Well, if you like it or not, uncertainty is a weakness. We all know that Ethereum has lots of builders. Polkadot and Binance is also very good in this area. I have a feeling they are learning from Binance with their new Max exchange. Now I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you made it this far, then please take the time to subscribe and hit that like and notification button. I must say, I did not like doing this episode because I don't want to scare you away. That said, we have to stay honest with the risks that we are facing. So if you're not scared and you're still here and you still believe in this project, then you could be a serious holder of e-gold through good times and bad times. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the opportunities of Elrond, and they are plentiful. As mentioned, Elrond's blockchain is the land of milk and honey. If you want to buy some e-gold, then please use the link in the description below for some extra bucks on top of your e-gold deposit. Thank you for watching.